everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here today, please make sure to click that subscribe button, and for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave. So guys, this is my very first video of 2021. Before we even get started on this video, I'd like to wish all of you guys a happy 2021. I hope you guys have managed to remain safe throughout this period, and you guys obviously went into the new year safe and with your loved ones, and obviously within level 3 lockdown protocol. I don't know, but yeah, you guys are probably wondering why my first video I look so ashy and why this video had to go up and it had to be the very first video. I know that most of you guys in the first year, you used to your whole goal setting, manifestation and all that stuff. That's all great and stuff, but I really wanted to talk about the crux of what's really going on right now, guys. The reality is that we are currently living within this coronavirus pandemic, and I thought it's only fair or even just important for me to highlight the things that we can all start doing, because this is the reality that we're living in now. We're currently living in a pandemic, and now that everything has kind of subsided, and now that the festive season is over and everyone is kind of getting back into the swing of things, life is no longer really going to be the same. Life has definitely changed for all of us in terms of, you know, our working environments and us being forced to obviously have masks wherever we go. But I think people are not realizing the severity of this virus, and a lot of the time when the virus began, should I say, I think it wasn't as severe as it's become now. So coronavirus 19, initially it used to be a thing of being identified as having, you know, a flu, and it could normally go away, but this time it's becoming a lot more severe, and the symptoms are becoming a lot more harder to identify, thus resulting in a lot more deaths, guys. And I know that people are now starting to realize the severity of it, because initially it used to have a more adverse effect on obviously the elderly and young children, but now it's obviously having an impact on even us teenagers, us healthy people, whatever the case may be. But I think it's only important that I kind of showcase to you guys the things that you can do just to kind of keep safe and take care of your health, guys. I think your health really comes first in this instance, and I really want to show you guys some of the things that I can take at home, and some of the things that we should all be taking from this moment moving forward, just to kind of keep ourselves safe and our immune system safe from potentially contracting the virus. So like I said in the previous part of this video, is that the symptoms of coronavirus, or what we would call COVID version 2, are becoming really harder to identify. So what we used to know as like obviously a cold, which could really impact your chest, has now kind of like diversified. People are getting different types of things. People are getting backaches, people are getting headaches, and I can safely say that throughout the December season, I wasn't the most cautious person, especially in social settings. If any of you follow me on social media, I wasn't being the most cautious person and not taking into consideration that I'm going home to my family members, which could be my parents and my grandparents and my aunts. So I've decided now to kind of really isolate from them and kind of take the steps necessary just to take care of myself, because I also at some point was thinking, I've got a bad headache. Now, I can't say if I have COVID or not, because I obviously haven't went to go take a test. I've booked for a test and everything like that. But if there's anyone who has traveled throughout this festive season, so between the months of October and December, I know that a lot of my friends, you guys may have went to Cape Town, you may have been out with your friends, and it may have been things that have been booked prior to obviously the level 3 lockdown regulation. This video would be perfect for you guys, because as soon as you come back, these are the things that you can do, kind of get yourself into the habit of it. Just maybe quarantine for a couple of days and just see if you're still you're great, you're good to go, right? So I really want to talk about the things that we should be consuming. Now, first things first, the first thing I really want to talk about, and the one thing I really think you guys should get your hands on, is definitely Immune, but obviously the new red stickers on there. You guys should really get yourself these immune boosters. Now, these are called Immunes. And if you guys haven't heard of Immune by now, you should definitely jump onto Immune. Now, doctors, GPs, everything, they've literally spoken about how Immune has been a very, very good aid in terms of preventing your immune system from the coronavirus. If anyone is anyone, I normally would also recommend any type of immune booster, but I really would say if you can get your hands on Immune in particular, please do. I, for one, suffer from asthmatic bronchitis, I would call it. So from time to time, my bronchitis can flare up, and you know, with the whole asthma thing going on. So they definitely have recommended Immune to me for the past 2 years, and I would suggest that you jump onto this. But this Biogen Immuno Boost effervescence is also really good, and it's a bit cheaper on the market than Immune, because Immune is actually quite expensive. But yeah, guys, please get yourself onto Immune. You consume one of these daily. It just kind of keeps your immune system going. It's got a lot of vitamins, especially vitamin C, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one thing you should definitely be ingesting a lot of. And the next thing that I really want people to start getting into the habit of, especially once you guys kind of get back into the swing of things, as soon as you guys come back from your holidays, please start taking multivitamins and start taking like your everyday capsules. I know that I wasn't someone who used to take multivitamins. I really didn't understand the concept of them, but now I totally understand the importance of taking multivitamins. It's got all the vitamins and minerals that you need, but the one that I obviously like, and the one that was recommended to me by my GP, is the Cipleton. Now Cipleton has got all my multivitamins, so your vitamin A, B, C, D, E, F. It's got zinc, it's got everything like that. But the most important one is that this Cipleton multivitamin has got zinc. And for coronavirus and for COVID, they recommend zinc tablets. So if you do have multivitamins that have zinc, then you don't have to worry about it. But you can see all of the details here at the back. Another product you definitely need to get your hands on, and I even noticed that it's running out of stock at the store, is eucalyptus oil. Now, eucalyptus oil is definitely one of the first things that they recommend that you buy, especially if you feel like your chest is being clogged up. The one that I obviously got, I got it from my normal pharmacy, which is down the road. This one is called Bond Natural Oils. It's 100% pure eucalyptus oil. Now, you guys might be wondering why we need eucalyptus oil. What you can do is, if you start feeling that whole clogged up, whether it's in your chest or in your nose, or you start feeling that congestion, what you can do is you put a little bit of eucalyptus oil in some hot water, and you basically start steaming every day. Steam twice a day, steam in the morning, steam in the evening, and hopefully it'll start opening up your chest. Now, a lot of you guys are probably asking yourself, why is she telling us this? We already know. We've obviously done the research. We know what we need to do. But this is not really about what to do when you have COVID. These are the things we should actually just start doing, even if you start getting that tingling feeling that you could have COVID. You get what I'm saying? If you know that you've been exposed to a lot of people, these are the things you should be doing essentially. So what I'm gonna do is show you guys what I drink on a day-to-day basis. I'm gonna show you guys how I use these particular products on a day-to-day basis. And I really think it's something you should start incorporating in your everyday routine, especially if you want to kind of protect yourself from this virus, because it's becoming very difficult to identify, and it's getting worse with time as it goes on. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go into the kitchen, and I'm going to show you guys what I make in the morning and in the evening just to drink, and how I basically get ready, and how I use these products and incorporate them on my day-to-day basis. So we are currently in my bathroom right now, in my guest bathroom, and I want to show you guys the best way that I think we should steam, or I think you can steam if you are someone who isn't particularly sure if you think steaming involves you being in the shower. I'm just going to show you guys a couple of things you probably do have around the house that you can use, which would be great. The first thing you need is definitely like a bowl, or you can even use a pot at home. But if you are someone who doesn't obviously want to use your pot for hygienic purposes, you can definitely use your basin, or you can use this bowl. I use this bowl because I feel like it's a heat retainer, in the sense that because it's stainless steel, it retains heat a lot longer. My basin tends to get cold after a few minutes, and the understanding is that you normally should be steaming for about 10 to 15 minutes twice a day. And that's if you know that you have COVID, or you feel the symptoms of having COVID. So I definitely use this steel bowl over here. I put it inside my basin like this. With us, obviously black folk, when we steam, our parents normally convince us to go on into like a blanket and put the steaming bowl there, and then just let the blanket let the heat kind of do its work. But because within such like so much heat, I know how irritating that can get. The next thing I will have is the eucalyptus oil over here. Like I said, this is the one I showed you guys earlier. And then I also have Vicks Vapor Rub. Now Vicks Vapor Rub is something a lot of people have in their homes. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys how I basically get this done. Oh, and another thing that you definitely need is like a large towel or anything of the sorts, which I also have. I just have no idea where it is. So I'm going to get my towel and then we're going to get started. I'm going to take hot water and basically pour it into the bowl. And then you want to take your eucalyptus oil and you want to basically just put a few drops in there. Whew, that eucalyptus oil is strong. And then I normally take like a bit of the vapor rub. As you can see, there's just a bit in there. I normally take like a really old spoon, like a spoon I don't use anymore, like that. And maybe I take about that much. And then I just mix it in with the water. Right, and then I normally would take my towel and then cover myself and then steam. Alright guys, so now we're in my kitchen and now I want to show you guys what I make and basically what I drink throughout the day. They normally say that you should drink this twice, but because I'm a bit of an extra paranoid panic mechanic, I drink it about 3 times a day. And it's funny because they always recommended this in diets and weight loss, but I think the only time we're actually taking it seriously now is for COVID. So yeah, the first thing that you're going to need is a pot, whatever kind of pot you have. I'm just going to use the normal one that I would use to cook, and then I'm going to show you the ingredients that I... So some of the things that you're going to need, guys, are definitely you're going to need half a lemon, which I already have right here because I use half the lemon in the morning. You're gonna need some cayenne pepper. I got this cayenne pepper from Pick n Pay. You can get it from anywhere. Turmeric is like an added option. If you don't have turmeric, don't really worry about it, but having turmeric is great. Some fresh ginger, which I got this from Woolies. As you can see, I've just been using it. A clove of garlic, which is right here, and some honey. You can use any kind of honey. I just have this one because this is the one that I managed to get from Woolies. You can use the squeeze bottle one, whatever really kind of works for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to show you guys how I prepare this and how I make this for myself and basically how I drink it every single day. And I think that's all the things that you need. I'm going to fill this up with some water now so you can see what it's going to look like. It's just really hot and really spicy. Okay guys, that's it. That's essentially the things that I would advise that you start doing. And I know a lot of you guys would ask me, why do I need to start doing this? It's not like I've got COVID. A lot of the times, many people don't realize that they have COVID until it's too late. And there are a lot of people, especially even in our age category, who have lost their lives to COVID. So I thought it was only important that I show you guys some of the things that I really think you guys should consider starting to incorporate in your everyday activity, starting to basically making it like a routine, because now we live within this virus. And as of yet, there hasn't really been a vaccine that's been identified and been accessible to everyone. So until that vaccine is accessible to all of us, I think it's only fair we only start protecting each other and knowing the fact that even the most careful of people can contract this virus. And that's the saddest reality of it all, is that you could be as careful as possible, but there could be someone out there who was not being careful or being obviously very reckless. And like I said, I'm also guilty of being in social spaces where I know that I could probably contract the virus and take it home to my family. So I'm also trying to take in the preventatory steps to make sure that, I just protect all my loved ones as well as protect myself. And now that the festive season has kind of died down and the need to constantly be around our friends and family, we're finally in the new year now, and a lot of people are going to start buckling down, right? So this is kind of like the perfect time to kind of incorporate it into your routines, into your goals and everything like that. Just incorporating it, just getting used to the idea of basically drinking all these things and just keeping your immune system really, really strong and protecting yourself from the virus. If there's any of you guys who watch my channel, I urge you, please guys, wear your masks, please be safe, try avoid going out. If you are in South Africa, you do know that we're currently in level 3 lockdown, so please do adhere to the rules and try by all means to keep very safe, because I think a lot of us are taking this very, very lightly, when in essence I think I've lost close acquaintances because of COVID, and it's actually been such an eye-opener for me that I felt the need to do this video and kind of encourage you guys to also get onto this with me and do this with me. And I really hope that you guys, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much to everyone who's watched this video. I love you guys so much, and take care.